Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Om Gananam Tva Ganapatigum Havamahe Kavim Kavinam Upamashravastamam Jyeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspada Anashrunvan Notibesida Sadanam Prano Devi Saraswati Vajebhirvajanivati Dhinama Vitriyavato Ganeshaya Namaha Saraswatyai Namaha Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Om Sumukascha Ekadantascha Kapilo Gajakarnakaha Lambodarascha Vikato Vignarajo Vinayaka Dhumaketurganadyaksho Falachandro Gajanana Vakratunda Shurpakarno Herambha Skanda Purvaja. Om Pratasmarami Gananata Manada Bandhum Sindhura Pura Parishobita Ganda Yugmam Uddhanda Vigna Parikandana Chanda Dhandam Akandaladi Suranayaka Brundavandyam. Om Namo Vratapataye Namo Ganapataye Namah Pramadapataye Namaste Astu Lambodara Ekadantaya Vignanashine Shivasutaya Sree Varadamurtaye Namaha. Om Namaste Astu Bhagavan Vishveshwaraya Mahadevaya Trayambakaya Tripurantakaya Trikagnikalaya Kalagnirudraya Neelakantaya Mrityunjayaya Sarveshwaraya Sadashivaya Sriman Mahadevaya Namaha. Om Mitra Ravi Surya Bhanu Kagapusha Hiranyagarbha Maricha Aditya Savitra Arka Bhaskarobhyam Namaha. Om Sumukascha Ekadantascha Kapilo Gajakarnakaha Lambodarascha Vikato Vignarajo Vinayaka Dhumaketurganadyaksho Falachandro Gajanana Vakratunda Shurpakarna Herambha Skanda Purvaja. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sairam everybody, kindly be on mute everybody. And like last class I have mentioned that we will learn some new dhyana mantras before we begin our class. So last class we have learnt about the 8 names of Lord Shiva. The same 8 names can be attributed to Mother Parvati. Now we will recite both the names and we will learn the second set. Okay. So Om Bhavaya Devaya Namaha, Om Sharvaya Devaya Namaha, Om Ishanaya Devaya Namaha, Om Pashupataye Devaya Namaha, Om Rudraya Devaya Namaha, Om Ugraya Devaya Namaha, Om Bhimaya Devaya Namaha, Om Mahateya Devaya Namaha. Okay, that is the first set attributed to Lord Shiva. Now we will learn the second set. Okay, somebody can unmute and follow me. This is again same Bhavaya, Devaya, all those 8 names are there. So one of you please unmute and follow me. Follow after I repeat, please. Om Bhavasya Devasya Patnai Namaha.
Om Bhavasya devasya patnai namaha.
Om Sharvasya Devasya Patnai Namaha.
Om sarvasya devasya patnai namaha.
Om Ishanasya Devasya Patnai Namaha.
Om ishanasya devasya patnai namaha.
Om Pashupataye Devasya Patnai Namaha.
Om pashupataye devasya patnai namaha.
Om Rudrasya Devasya Patnai Namaha.
Om rudrasya devasya patnai namaha.
Om Ugrasya Devasya Patnai Namaha.
Om ugrasya devasya patnai namaha.
Om Bhimasya Devasya Patnai Namaha.
Om bhimasya devasya patnai namaha.
Om Mahateya Devasya Patnai Namaha.
Om mahateya devasya patnai namaha.
Very good. Good job. So I will repeat this one more time. You all please carefully listen. And I want you all to by heart the first two sets of namas, okay? Before we meet again next class. Om Bhavasya Devasya Patnai Namaha. Om Sharvasya Devasya Patnai Namaha. Om Ishanasya Devasya Patnai Namaha. Om Pashupataye Devasya Patnai Namaha. Om Rudrasya Devasya Patnai Namaha. Om Ugrasya Devasya Patnai Namaha. Om Bhimasya Devasya Patnai Namaha. Om Mahateya Devasya Patnai Namaha. Okay, these 8 names are very, very important. I want you to put in your set of prayers that you offer to Swami every time. And also last class I touched upon the 16 names of Lord Ganapati, right? That is also I would strongly recommend that you by heart them. Om Sumukascha Ekadantascha Kapilo Gajakarnakaha Lambodarascha Vikato Vignarajo Vinayaka Dhumaketur Ganadyaksho Falachandro Gajanana Vakratunda Shurpakarno Heram Bhaskanda Purvaja. Okay, those 8 names, I mean those 16 names of Lord Ganapati, the 8 names of Lord Shiva, the same 8 names of Lord Shiva are attributed to Mother Parvati. So next class we will learn the same 8 names that are attributed to Lord Ganapati and Subramanyam. Okay, that is the next set of 8 mantras. After this, there is one mantram that comes in the last anuvakam of the first, last mantram of the anuvakam of Namakam, the very tail end, where it highlights, it actually adores the different names of Lord Ganapati, Lord Shiva. I want you all to memorize even that, but one mantram at a time. See the names that you're seeing. Om Namaste Astu Bhagavan Vishveshwaraya Mahadevaya Trayambakaya Tripurantakaya Trikagni Kalaya Kalagni Rudraya Neelakantaya Mrityum Jayaya Sarveshwaraya Sadashivaya Sriman Mahadevaya Namaha. The same Shiva Mala mantras that you're seeing on the screen, right? So every week I'm just giving you very, very small dhyana mantras, or these are extremely powerful mantras in the sense it gives a lot of positive vibrations within our own self. So I want you to take advantage of this. Just chant them. If you want to sit in front of altar, chant. If you are cooking food and making breakfast for the family, chant. That becomes worship, right? Any work that we are doing and we blend with this namasmarna, that becomes work, is worship. That is our prayer. So that is Swami keeps things very practical for us, right? That's how he is teaching us. Every act that we do, you offer it to Swami, you somehow bring Swami intertwine Swami into that activity. And what happens when we make our work as worship? It becomes divine even at work, right? When you're doing something, talk to Swami, offer it to Swami, and bring Swami into the equation and offer that work, whatever you're doing before or after to Swami, that becomes worship. When we offer that Swami, the best in us will come. So that is something we all will practice over as we progress. Now let's go to our Lalita Sahasranamam. So here, the first paragraph we have learned. Sri Mata Sri Maharagni Srimat Simhasaneshwari Chidagni Kunda Sambhuta Devakarya Samudyata. That is the first paragraph we have learned, right? There are how many names? 8 names are there in this. So Sri Mata Sri Maharagni Srimat Simhasaneshwari. Can somebody unmute and tell me the first paragraph, please? Anybody?
Sri Mata Sri Maharagni Srimat Simhasaneshwari Chidagni Kunda Sambhuta Devakarya Samudyata.
Good job, Vijay. Anybody else? Any other volunteers, please?
Oh. Alright, go ahead.
Sri Mata Sri Maharagni Srimat Simhasaneshwari Chidagni Kunda Sambhuta Devakarya Samudyata.
Very good. So, Om Sri Mata Sri Maharagni Srimat Simhasaneshwari Chidagni Kunda Sambhuta Devakarya Samudyata. So, in that first paragraph, we have learnt the Shrusti Sthiti Laya, that is the aspects of mother, right? Sri Mata Sri Maharagni Srimat Simhasaneshwari. Somebody has asked me about this Simhasaneshwari. What is this Simhasanam? Last class we understood that that divine energy is seated in our body itself. Even in Purusha Suktam, it is very described that Lord Vishnu, Sri Mahavishnu is sitting in our body, and you call them Nilato Yadamadhyastad Vidhyulleke Ubhaswara Nivara Sukavat Tanvi Pitaba Swatyanupama Tasya Shikaya Madhye Parama Atma Vyavastitaha Sa Brahma Sa Shiva Sa Hari Sendra Soksharaf Paramaswarat Rutagum Satyam Param Brahma. It goes on. What that mantra is saying is Urdhvaretam Virupaksham Vishwarupaya Vai Namo Namaha. That Lord is sitting in us, where He is very tiny. He is in the very tiniest of tiniest form. He is sitting, that energy, which is 5 fingers distance from our Adam's apple down, and 10 finger distance from our navel upwards. That is exactly the spot where the divine energy Sri Mata is sitting, or Sri Mahavishnu is sitting, whatever you want to call that energy, that Chaitanyam, which keeps us going right, day in and day out. We are so many activities we'll be doing, so much of decision making we'll be doing, especially when you're doing some, cooking or driving or doing whatever it is, surgery. So many, especially most of us drive on the highway, right? While changing lane, we have to put an indicator, we have to see who's coming, who's safe and things like that. And quickly we have to make decisions and change the lane or take an exit. There are very fast, rapid decisions are happening. If you're doing surgery, you're a surgeon, you're doing so many rapid actions there. You're cooking, you be very alert, and you'll be making some decisions when to turn off the stove, when to put the additional flavors so that the curry absorbs and it becomes very aromatic, and you want to give the best to Swami. So there are some decisions. Who is doing all these things? This energy, this Chaitanyam, this Sri Mata or Mahavishnu, who is sitting in us. And to that energy you can call Sa Brahma, Sa Shiva. You want to call that energy as Brahma? Call it, no problem. You want to call that as Shiva? Sa Brahma, Sa Shiva, Sa Hari. You want to call Brahma, you want to call Shiva, you want to call Hari, you want to call Lalita Devi, you want to call Parameshwari, you want to call Lakshmi Devi, Saraswati, doesn't matter. That energy is sitting in us so much so that it gives strength to do all our activities. So that Simhasanam is very, very critical in all of us. That divine seat, we need to keep it very, very, very clean for Swami. If the seat is not clean, you think we ourselves will not sit, right? Let's say if the seat that we are sitting every day at work or at home to do some work, and that chair is really dirty, you think we will sit? No, we will clean it up first nicely. Make sure we take wipes and clean it, and make sure that is not, we disinfect it or whatever we want to do, nicely clean it. Then we sit, right? Then we get that sense of, some kind of cleanliness, and we are happy. We don't want to sit on a seat which is ugly and there is a lot of dust, right? We'll be restless. Likewise, why would Swami sit if there is so much of, dirt that is there on the seat? He has to clean. So Namasmarana, these namas, will help us clean that seat. Once that seat is clean, Mother Parvati will sit, or whoever it is. So the picture that we are seeing, Simhasaneshwari, some of you have asked, if you scroll top on the page, you see that Mother is sitting on a brilliant Simhasanam, that is the throne, right? We all have that throne within ourselves. If you see carefully on that, if you enlarge that, Lord Shiva, where is Lord Shiva sitting? Can somebody spot that? Can somebody spot where Lord Shiva is sitting in that picture? You can unmute and tell, no issues.
Underneath Devi.
There. So, it is very, sometimes when we see this picture, it is extremely confusing. And we might be wondering, what is this? The artist who has done that, he has done a phenomenal job. Whoever has visualized this. This is exactly how it is defined in the 8th mantram of Saundarya Lahari. Those of you who know Saundarya Lahari, that is again composed by Jagadguru Adi Shankaracharya. Saundarya Lahari 8th mantram especially says, Sudha Sindhor Madhye Suravitapi Vati Parivrite Manidvipe Nipo Pavanavati Chinta Manigruhe Shivakare Manche Paramashiva Paryanka Nilayam Bhajanti Tvam Dhanyaha Katichidananda Lahari. Extremely powerful mantram. He is saying in the last line of that mantram, Bhajanti Tvam Dhanyaha. So whoever adores you in this form, they become fortunate. Katichidananda Lahari. Very few people will get to the stage of adoring you in this form. What is that form? Sudha Sindhor Madhye. We visualize when you're chanting these mantras, especially Sri Mata, Sri Maharagni, Srimad Simhasaneshwari. When you come there, bring Mother into your thoughts and put a nice asanam to her, a seat, which is your heart, right? You keep that. Where is Mother sitting? Sudha Sindhor Madhye Suravitapi Vati Parivrite. Suravitapi Vati means a grove. Suravitapi. All these devatas, they Sudha Sindhor Madhya. Madhya means in the middle. Sudha means what? Anybody? Sudha means what? Anybody? Any Sanskrit people? Sudha is honey. Nectar, whatever you want to call. Sindhu is what?
Amritam, Sudha means Amritam.
Yeah, Amritam, nectar, whatever you want to call that. Sweetness, basically. So we have to be sweet inside, right? Sweet in our speech, sweet in our thoughts, sweet in our actions. Everything should be blended with that sweetness. Anything that we do should be beneficial to others, not to us. So once we tread on that path, Swami is definitely going to be holding our hand, and we can feel the fragrance of divine as we walk in every step of our life. Because we are not selfish there, right? Samasta loka sukhino bhavantu. That is the lofty prayer of the Vedas. They are not telling just, I want to be happy, Swami. I don't really bother what happens to others. That is not it. So Sudha Sindhor Madhye, she is sitting in the middle of this ocean of nectar. That sweetness, our heart should be like that. Suravitapi Vati Parivrite. There is a nice grove of trees. This is all like, visualize like, a bunch of trees or a forest of trees which are extremely fragrant. And what are those trees? I will tell you. That is the next line it is telling. And this tree is Kadamba Vanamali, Kadamba Vriksha. That Kadamba tree we, the word Kadamba we use, right? This has a very powerful flower, in the sense that flower only blossoms when it hears the roar of the wave. It only blossoms when it hears the roar of the wave. Imagine. So when we chant the Bhagawan's name, the thoughts in us, like the Kadamba flower, will open up. And they open up 360. It's not that they open up little and the other side is closed. So when our buddhi, Om Bhur Bhuvasuvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat, it blossoms up 360 degrees, right? So that is where mother is sitting, this Kadamba Vriksha. Then, I will tell different types of trees that are surrounded. So she's sitting there. Sudha Sindhor Madhye Suravita Pivati Parivrite Manidvipe Nipo. The mother's home is called Manidvipa. Dvipa means island made out of precious stones. So our heart is an island. We want to make sure that this is all precious stones are there in this heart. You keep this analogy very clear. This analogy is very, very important, because as we go on, this will come very handy in our understanding. So this mother is sitting Sudha Sindhor Madhye Suravita Pivati Parivrite Manidvipe Nipo Pavanavati Chintamani Gruhe. Chintamani is the tree, wish fulfilling tree. You ask anything, it will give. Those wish fulfilling trees are in plenty in her backyard. Imagine. One Kalparuksham itself is divine for us. In her backyard, these are like, wild trees. These are like, everywhere. This Chintamani Gruha. Chintamani. And her Gruham Chintamani Gruhe, they say that is her house where she is sitting. And where is she sitting? She is sitting on this throne. And what is this throne made out of? Sudha Sindhor. That is the third line. That is what is explaining. First line, Sudha Sindhor Madhye Suravita Pivati Parivrite. Second line, Manidvipe Nipo Pavanavati Chintamani Gruhe. Third line, Shivakare Manche Paramashiva Paryanka Nilayam. Shivakare Manche. This, the seat that mother is sitting, is made, that is where the consciousness of Shiva. What is consciousness of Shiva? His auspiciousness is spread all over. There is no place that he is not there. On that kind of epithet of Lord Shiva, where he is all over, right? Where is, Swami says, show me one place that I am not there. Apatalana bhasthalanta bhuvana brahmandamavispurat. Right? He is spread so much. Every nook and corner is spread. Anoraniya mahatopaniya. Shivakare manche paramashiva paryanka nilayam. So paryanka, that is the base or the seat of the base of the chair where mother is sitting. Shivakare manche paramashiva paryanka nilayam. Lord Shiva is always there in the form of a base for this creation. On that base, Mother Parvati, she is the Sree Mata, Simhasaneshwari. She is sitting on that powerful throne where Lord Shiva is the base. The basis of all this creation, it is because of Shiva, because of Parvati. Again you go back, okay? That is the third line. Shivakare manche paramashiva paryanka nilayam. Bhajanti tvam danyaha khatichida ananda lahari. So that last line is extremely powerful. Only if we are blessed by Swami or Sree Mata, we are here to learn her slokas. Sree Mata Sri Maharagni Srimat Simhasaneshwari. For that Simhasana, I am just explaining this 8th mantra of Shivananda Lahari so that it will stay strong. Now let's move on to our mantra. Sri Mata Sri Maharagni Srimat Simhasaneshwari Chidagnikunda Sambhuta Devakarya Samudyata Udhyat Bhanu Sahasraba. Abha means light. Sahasra, infinite, right? It is 1000. That is just a name they are giving. Udhyat Bhanu. What is Bhanu? A sun. Sun, correct. Mitra Ravi Surya Bhanu Khagapusha. Bhanu is one of the word. And Udhyat Bhanu, it is a rising sun. So imagine you are sitting on the seashore. You are watching at the horizon and the sun is rising slowly. What color usually it is like? Bright. It won't be like bright red, but there will be a tinge of orangish, reddish, some flavor. As it comes, it becomes red, bright red. Udyat Bhanu Sahasraba. Okay, that picture you bring. That picture, you're sitting in the seashore or a beach, whatever it is, the horizon you're seeing and the sun is rising, it will be like the tip of the pearl, so brilliant. Some of you are, if somebody is really into the habit of chanting Aditya Hrudayam, this is the best visualization you can take. You sit there, as the sun is rising, start Aditya Hrudayam. By the time you finish, sun is full up in the air, it will come up. Right? That Aditya Hrudayam is also extremely powerful. Tato yuddha parisrantam samare chintaya sthitam ravanam chagrato društva yuddhaya samupastitam dhaiva taisya. It goes on and on. As you're chanting, sun is rising. Rashmi. So there is Rashmi, that is the rays of the sun. So anyways, the same picture you bring here. Udyat Bhanu Sahasraba, and that mother, what does she have? Now they're describing. In this next couple of mantras, the mother is being described from head to toe up till I think 18 mantras or 28 mantras. I don't know the exact, from top to bottom. That's what they're describing. But up till 12th, the mother's face, there's a lot of bijaksharas are described. Okay. Now Chatur Bhanu Udyat Bhanu Sahasraba Chatur Bahu Samanvita. What is Chatur?
4
4, very good. Bahu means
hands.
shoulders, hands, arms. Samanvita. What is Samanvita?
The one who has 4 arms.
Coordination.
Samanvita, coordination, one who has 4 arms. Okay, very good. So when we do breathe in and breathe out, right? We are taking air in and letting it out. So is there a rhythm in our breathe in and breathe out?
Soham.
Yeah, correct. Is there a rhythm in our breathe in and breathe out?
Yes.
Yes, very good. If it is slightly out of rhythm, what happens? Yeah, I'm taking breathing in with lot of struggle and I'm breathing it out easily. Let's say the frequency or that rhythm is disturbed. What happens? Simple, right? This is not a trick question. What happens when the breathing rhythm is disturbed?
You're out of breath.
Out of breath. Okay, what happens?
Collapse.
Sorry? Suffocation. There are so many reasons, right? So basically Swami has put our body also, he maintains, make sure that it's maintained at a particular temperature. There is a discipline in our body. Whether we know or not, it does its own duty. Samanvita, Chatur Bahu Samanvita. She is having the 4 shoulders, 4 hands, whatever you want to call. 4. Why 4? What are those 4? 4 Purusharthas she is bringing. What are those Purusharthas? Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. She is giving this, she is coming up, she is rising in us and giving this 4 Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha in equal portion, Samanvita. If she is not giving in Samanvita, Dharma, extreme Dharma, Artha, there is no Artha. What happens to him, that person or he or she? Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. What is moksha?
Salvation.
Salvation is okay. Very good.
Liberation.
Salvation, liberation, very good. What else? In Swami's word, moha kshaya is moksha. Again, I'll repeat. Moha kshaya is moksha. What is moha?
Attachment.
Attachment, desire. Kshaya means what? Absence of, getting rid of. So what moksha means? Getting rid of desires, right? We want moksha. The definition of moksha is not to have desires, isn't it? But we want to have moksha. That itself is a desire. So can we have that kind of desires? Yes. Swami says dharmic desires we should have. What is the dharma of a student? The dharma of the student is to work hard and get straight A's in exam. He can really have that desire to get A grade or outstanding grade, whatever it is. What is the next stage? After graduation, the child gets into work. He wants to earn more money, he wants to work hard. Nothing wrong. These are all dharmic desires and we should have. After that, what happens? the parents would want the child to get married, isn't it? That's a desire, dharmic desire. We should have that. That's why we chant that Sumukascha Ekadantascha Kapilo, because there are 16 aspects that we are, praying to Swami as a householder, as the head of the family, that I'm praying to Swami to grant the 16 aspects to the children. By chanting that name, Bhagawan will simply give those 16 aspects to the children. So the parents would want the child to get married. Very good, excellent. They would want a good partner to have in their life. Nothing wrong. After marriage, they would like to expand their family tree. Nothing wrong. They want to have a healthy family. Nothing wrong. They want to have a happy family. Nothing wrong. They want to buy a home. Nothing wrong. Whatever we are doing within our capacity. We are doing within the framework of dharma, which Swami has given to us. 9-point code of conduct. Take whatever. Dharma, artha, kama, moksha. In this 4 Purusharthas, she is coming in the form of 4 hands and she is giving. And it is very, very important that we receive that and also develop that attitude of equanimity, and we need to have a balance in everything. That is what this mantra, Chaturbahu Samanvita, Raga Swarupa, Pashadya, Krodha, Akara, Ankusho, Jwala. Okay, Raga. What is Raga? Desire. Raga Swarupa. What is Swarupa? Form. So what are we saying? She is the very form of desire, right? Isn't it? What kind of desires we need to have?
Dharmic.
Very dharmic desires, right? Whatever in the current field or whatever stage in my life, I need to have that kind of desires. We can't, for example, I can't really say that I want to become the president of this country. Very unrealistic, isn't it? In my job profession, I want to work hard. We all want to work hard and we want to earn good salary, good home, keep our children happy, keep our parents happy, keep everybody happy. Nothing wrong. That dharmic desire, when we get hold of Mother's feet, that Raga Swarupa. Now, this is a double-edged name. Pashadya. What is Pasha? What is Pasha?
Rope.
Sorry? Rope, very good. It is noose, correct. It is a rope, but it is noose in the sense that is something they put on and they draw towards them. When do they draw towards them? When that object is going away from us, from the master, when the object is going away from the master would put the nose around the subject and pull the subject towards the master, isn't it? That's all we do when we are taking a dog on a walk. When the dog is going away from us, what do? We pull the lash, right? And it will come closer. And the dog, when it is going beyond certain stage, when we start pulling, it will feel the tug and comes back to the owner. And that is exactly what this Namam is helping us to stay close to Swami, to stay close to Sree Mata. How is this? Ragaswarupa Pashadya. Ragaswarupa. If we have dharmic desires, all dharmic desires. Now, what is dharma is extremely relative, right? What is dharma to me? In this country may not be dharma in other places. But the truth remains same. But dharma sometimes, depending on the situation, it may or may not change. But sometimes it is not same everywhere. It is relative. That's what I'm saying. Because based on our gruhastha ashram or vanaprastha, based on the ashram that we are in, that dharma comes into that place. What is dharma in the childhood may not be here, right? Dharma, for example, when the baby is small, the baby words, how they call mother, father, is very, very sweet. And parents enjoy when the baby starts learning and, that sweet voice. The same baby words, if a grown-up child, if an adult child uses, parents will not really enjoy that. Until when they will tell, grow up, man. Now, don't use those things, because there is a particular way they have to conduct in that age. So that dharma is different. So, Ragaswarupa Pashadya, she will put that nose around us and pull towards us if we are going away from her or from him, from Swami. What do we mean by going away? What do we mean by
having undharmic desires?
having undharmic desires. Like undharmic desires is very relative. Again, what is dharmic to you may not be to me. What is dharmic to me may not to be to you, right? So that definition of dharmic and adharmic is extremely challenging. We cannot really have a clear definition. So when we are going away from Swami, let's say, everybody, I think this is a very common example. When you're doing something which you're technically not expected to do and still you're determined to do, there is some guilt consciousness that is going to build after doing that. Or before doing that, there is the voice which will be telling, which will be cautioning us not to do, not to do, not to do. Right? But still, what we do is we don't want to listen to that, we suppress that. Our noise is different, our outlook is different. And we go ahead and we will do something which we are not supposed to do, that because we know our inner voice is recommending not to do, but still we do that. After doing that, there will be repentance. There will be some consequences. So that is when we get into that stage of repentance, or when we get into the stage of facing the consequences, that means that is something we are gone away from the framework. And not, what is this framework? Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, the 9-point code of conduct Swami has told us, that is exactly the framework that we need to conduct. If we are not conducting, just the way mother reprimands the child when the child is not behaving well, same way mother will put the nose out of love, right? When mother reprimands the child, you think mother hates the child? Certainly not. In the best interest of the child, and she loves the child, that's why she reprimands, so that the child will realize and he will be on track every time. Likewise, mother may give us a challenge. Just because she is giving a challenge doesn't mean that she is not bothered about us and she is not caring. When she gives a challenge, she will give us the strength to come through that. Absolutely. By experience I'm telling, and this is Swami says, Bhagavantudu neekevana pani iste daniki shakti kuda istadu. Meaning, when God gives you a work, He will give you the strength also. He will not let go. Just the way how mother takes care of the child after reprimanding, she will be carefully watching whether how this child is taking this reprimandation as in a positive way, or he's getting mad, or whatever it is. She will try to navigate slowly. Likewise, mother will put that nose around us and she won't pull very hard. If she pulls very hard, we feel the tug and we may get choked, right? So she will be gently giving challenge after challenge, challenge after challenge. In that process, she is actually chiseling us, our character inside, our behavior. She is chiseling slowly, challenge after challenge. She will take us to the cliff. Then that is when we'll tell, man, Swami, I did whatever I could do. There's nothing beyond me. It is now you take care. That's where the surrender comes in. Once the child comes and tells mom, I did my homework, I did my best, I worked hard, still I don't know whether I'll get A grade or I'm not getting, then mother realizes, sees you really putting sincere hard work, and she will call the teacher, counselor, talk and get some help from school, or she will bring some tutor to home and make sure she will give all those arrangements so that her interest is for you to excel in academics. Here, Sri Mata's, her interest is our excellence in path inwards. She wants to make sure that we travel inward, not outward. And she wants us to succeed in that. And she is giving a challenge after challenge, small challenges. Vigna Raja, right? He may give a challenge to remove a bigger challenge. So, Raga Swarupa Pashadya Krodha Akara Ankusha Jwala. What is this? Krodha. What is Krodha? Hatred, anger. See, this English is really funny. Any definition we can take. Hatred, anger, krodha, akara. What is akara? What is akara? Sorry? Knowledge. Very good. Knowledge. Akara is knowledge. Krodha, akara, ankuso, jwala. What is ankusham?
It's a weapon to use to the elephant.
Very good. I don't know how many of you heard Sister Anita was telling That is, if you have seen in Puttaparthi or anywhere, the elephants, the person who controls that elephant, he has a big needle-like thing. When the elephant sees that needle, the elephant gets really scared and it will behave. She doesn't know the strength. Sorry?
Good.
Yeah, good, very good. So,
Bull hook, right?
sorry?
Bull hook. Bull hook.
Yeah, whatever, there are different names, whatever you want to call, but that is the small, big needle-like structure. Different names are there. When that caretaker of that elephant puts that needle in front of that elephant, it will never ever go past that needle. It will stay behind the needle always. It will never like a Lakshmana Rekha for that elephant. That is what mother is putting in front of us. When she puts that is the line, that is the Gita, or meaning a line, Lakshmana Rekha. She says, don't cross this period. No more bargain. Mother says, do homework on Friday evening. Do it, man. No bargaining. She knows Saturday, Sunday we are going out and we will not have time. And in no matter, we wait for weekends and in no time it will vanish. So you better do your job on Friday night itself, all your homework. She knows. But we sometimes, children, even I may not realize that, and in my own excitement I'll tell mom, can I do it tomorrow? No. She'll tell, do it. There's some resistance. Swami says, certain 9-point code of conduct do follow, but sometimes we will, including me, take exception. Man, every Sunday I'm going to center day in and day out. What happens this Sunday? I will skip center, skip bhajans. Super Bowl is coming. I bought a big TV. I have lots of friends invited. I have some snacks. I have to do so many arrangements. And this bhajan timing Saturday, Sunday, 4:30 to 5:30 or 4:30 to 6, whatever it is interfering with my Super Bowl game planning. It's okay if I don't go to center. What happens? My mind is telling, I may skip. Unfortunately, let's say that Sunday Swami appeared in the center. I missed. Isn't it? Something can happen. We don't know. We snooze, we lose with Swami. So Swami says, always ever ready. Be ready. Any opportunity knocks at your door, take it, man. Take that service opportunity. Don't really find reasons and don't find excuses for not doing that. So, Krodha, Akara, Ankusa, Jwala. So, Akara, when we have that knowledge, there is always ego and anger will come with that. Pride will come. I mean, ego, that is the best thing. Anger will come. After ego, anger will come. Krodha, Akara, when we get to that stage, Ankusha, Swami is putting that Lakshmana Rekha in front of us. We have to see that Lakshmana Rekha is nothing but his discipline he has put in front of us. He has created these beautiful centers everywhere, Sai centers, and he has put a discipline in that Sai center. Like, there's a Balvikas, there is study circle, there is bhajans. That is the boundary that he has put for us. That is the Ankusham. We just can't afford to cross that and go. Because if we cross that boundary, what happens? We are outside the framework of the 9-point code of conduct and we go astray. And we don't want to do that. That is exactly what the framework, and whenever that Lakshmana Rekha, we have to remember that Raga Swarupa Pashadya, she has that. If we are crossing this Ankusham, we are crossing this Lakshmana Rekha, or we are crossing this boundary, that's when she will put that rope and pull towards her. But it is very, very important for us to make sure that she doesn't put the rope and pull us at once. If she pulls it at once, we feel the tug. That means some extreme challenge she has put on our life. Not for fun, but she wants to teach us a lesson and make sure she brings her back. No matter what challenges she puts on our plate, she will give us the equal strength. She will keep the doors, many doors open for us to navigate through that. We should always remember that Swami has many, many a times, Neeku pani iste, daniki saripada Shaktini koda vistanu. Meaning, when I give a task to you, it could be challenge, it could be extreme challenge in our life. It could be financial challenge, it could be health challenge, it could be mental challenge, whatever it is. Eppudu Bhagavanturni vadalaku. Meaning, he always says, Bhagavanturni eppudu vadalaku. Nammi Bhagavantuni nammi pattuko, meaning you hold on to him with faith, he will help you navigate. Jatavedase sunavamaso mamarati yato nidahati vedaha sanaf parshadati durgani vishwa naveva nava. That vishwa, that nava means boat. Naveva sindhum, sindhu is ocean. So he is putting us in this ocean. This samsara itself is ocean, right? So many things, so many waves are there in our samsaram. Every wave we have to navigate through that boat so that we don't sink in that waves. There will be high tides, doesn't matter. This boat is there which Swami has given us. We are sitting, Swami is sitting with us, and the rudder of Namasmarana he has given. The rudder of bhajans he is given. The rudder of seva he is given. So why fear? When I am here, Swami says, right? You sit in that boat. Jatavedase sunavamaso mamarati yato nidahati vedaha sanaf parshadati durgani vishwa naveva sindhum duritati agnihi. We are telling, oh Swami, in that Durga Suktam we are praying to Mother Durga in the form of Agni, telling that please take us, help us cross this samsara from bank, one shore to the other shore. No matter how big the tides are, you are with us, the rudder is there. Once we lose the rudderless boat, you all know where it goes. It can go anywhere, it will sink, right? The rudders are the Namasmarana, the rudders are the Sai centers, the rudders are the discipline that he has put. So we need to anchor ourselves so tight that we will not go astray. Once we are within that framework, he is giving that strength. Why would we give a chance for mother to pull that nose or put that ankusham? There's no way, right? It doesn't matter for us. We are traveling inward. So when the dog or the puppy is very close to the owner always, you think the owner will be pulling the leash? No. After the owner gets extreme confidence on the puppy, the owner may not put the leash. Just leave it, free will. But the puppy will be walking next to the owner always. It will not go anywhere. Likewise, when we are so close to Swami, that is the best thing that he can, and he will keep an eye always he will keep an eye. So this ragaswarupa pashadya krodha karankusojjvala manorupekshu kodhanda pancha tanmatra sayaka nijaruna prabhapura majjad brahmanda mandala manorupekshu kodanda. Okay, this is where now it is really getting very, very interesting and powerful namas here. What is mano? Mind, very good. Mano rupe rupa ikshu. What is ikshu?
Sugar cane.
Very good. Kodanda?
Bow.
Okay. So mano rupe ikshu kodanda pancha. What is pancha?
5.
Very good. Tanmatra. What is tanmatra? So here what is happening is, now you need to try to visualize mother. Now mother is within our seat. She is sitting and she is rising. The Kundalini Shakti is rising, right? Udyadbanu sahasraba chaturbahu samanvita. Take your energy upwards as a rising sun. And what is she doing? She is having 4 shoulders. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha in equal portion she is giving it to us. And she is making sure that desires, ragas, swarupa, those desires are divine desires, dharmic desires. The moment we go astray, she has the pasha to pull us closer to her. She has the kodanda, the Lakshmana Rekha, the ankusham, krodakara ankusho jwala. And jwala means she is very brilliant, it's like Agni, Tejas. And she is putting that, ankusham as the firewall for us, as a boundary. It will not go beyond that. If we go beyond that, she is pulling. And she is having manorupekshu kodanda. What is she holding? Kodanda. Kodanda is bow, right? What is her bow? It is made out of sugarcane. If you look at Lalita Devi's pictures, you can see, don't look at now. Don't Google the pictures now. Just listen to the class. After the class, you can Google and see if you have picture at home. Okay, she is holding a sugarcane as her bow. Why of all sugarcane? She can hold a bamboo stick, right? No bamboo stick. but she is holding a sugar cane. Mano rupekshu kodanda pancha tanmatra sayaka. What is sayaka? Sayaka means help. With the help of pancha tanmatras. What are these pancha tanmatras? Shabda, Sparsa, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. There are 5 pancha tanmatrakas, and they are in the form of flowers in mother's hand. Mother's hand, 4 hands we said, right? Chaturbahu. In one hand she is holding 4 flowers. 5 flowers. What are those 5 flowers? Shabda, Sparsa, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. Pancha tanmatra, Sayaka. With that help of this pancha tanmatrakas, what is she doing? She is doing extremely great favor to us by making us go inward. How is she going? Mano rupekshu kodanda. Kodanda is bow. Ikshu is sugarcane. What is sugarcane symbolic for? What do we get out of sugarcane?
Sweet juice.
Sweet juice or spicy juice?
Sweet juice.
Extremely, right? It can't be spicy juice or salty juice. It is sweet juice. How are we saying it is sweet? Because we tasted that sweet, the taste of sweetness, somewhere it is sitting in our subconscious, right? If you call a baby and give sugarcane juice, some spicy juice, some sour juice, and they can't tell anything, right? When the child eats for the first time, the sweetness is stored in the memory, subconscious somewhere. So next time when we bring that experience of that sweetness. Okay, sugarcane is sweet because it is sitting somewhere. We bring that. That is exactly Swami. Many a times he says, whenever you have my darshan, take that as a picture and store it in your memory. Whenever you are low or you want to enjoy, bring that back. Bring that experience back. When we drink sugarcane juice, that experience somewhere it is sitting, right? It brings back and we enjoy that. Mano, what is mano? Mind. Now here we need to understand. Mother is holding as a sugarcane her bow, and sugarcane is sweet. We all are saying that sugarcane is sweet. When will we get that sweetness?
After crushing it.
Very good. Crushing sugarcane, right? Crushing, is it easy crushing, gentle crushing, or how does it go through?
It's a hard one.
Extreme, right? Hard
Hard to-
crushing.
yeah.
It is extremely only when it goes through that, the sweetness will come. When Swami puts a challenge after challenge, we get frustrated. Man, see, I'm doing so many pujas, I'm doing Narayan Sav, I'm going to center, and still I'm getting so many challenges. I don't want to go, man. This is not working. Let me go to somebody else. Now somebody else, that initial excitement will be there, some expectations are there, some appointments we have. No, Swami, if you do this, I will come there. If you do this, I will give this. Some kind of negotiation is always happening. And there is some appointment we take, and Swami says, be ready to be disappointed when you have an appointment. So he will give challenges, no matter what, doesn't matter. When we go through that, the sweetness will come. Just like the pot in your kitchen, we are so attached to make tea in that pot, right? We don't want to lose it. We want to, there's a lot of grease. We want to scrub it with lot of hard pressure, and we put strong detergent and use a strong scrubber, like it could be a wire scrubber or whatever it is. We want to keep it clean. So when Swami is cleansing us, he will give challenges. There is no doubt. Without that, there is nothing. The sweetness will come. And even if you watch sugarcane, in between the two blocks, there is a hard block, right? That is how the design of the sugarcane. But everything will go. If you look at that sugarcane, that hard spots in between, at regular intervals, that hard spots are there. In between, sweetness is there, right? That hard spots, take that as a challenge. In between two challenges, Swami is always giving us that sweetness. We should go through that. Mano. So everything is in the mind level. So what happens when we chant these names, especially Sri Mata, Sri Maharagni, keep chanting. Doesn't matter. The first line, you're happy, keep chanting. You don't need to chant all the 100,000 names. Sri Mata, Sri Maharagni, Srimad Simhasaneshwari. You have a vision, you are mesmerized. Thambana means stand still. When Swami comes in front of us, that's what is going to happen, right? All the senses are stand still. Chaitanyam, that's so happy that we lose everything. Doesn't matter. You stop at third mantram, you stop at first mantram. Doesn't matter. You don't need to chant the rest of 999 names or 998 names, you don't need to chant. Your purpose of chanting is achieved there. Mano Rupekshu, that mind, Swami will slowly chisel that mind. He will treat that mind. He will change our attitude. Mano Rupekshu Kodanda Pancha Tanmatra Sayaka. How is he changing the mind? Subtly. Without even our knowledge, he is changing the attitude. With the help of Shabda, Sparsa, Rupa, Rasa and Gandha. You need to understand how these 5 Panchatanmatrakas are helping and how this is making a subtle change. Panchatanmatra Sayaka Nijaruna Prabhapu Manorupekshu Kodanda Panchatanmatra Sayaka Nijaruna Prabhapura Majjat Brahmanda Mandala Champaka Shoka Punnaga Saugandhi Kalasatkacha Kuruvinda Manishreni Kanat Kotira Mandita. Okay. 4th line, but 3rd line, Mano Rupekshu Kodanda Pancha Tanmatra Sayaka. Is this line clear here? Mano Rupekshu. Mind, what happens with the mind? Tell me. Mind is always battling between Sankalpa and Vikalpa. What is Sankalpa? What is Sankalpa?
Intention.
Sorry?
Your will.
Intention.
Intention, will, what else?
Determination.
Sorry?
Determination.
Determination. Now what is Vikalpa?
Alternative.
Alternative or opposite, whatever it is. One will say go east, the other will say go west. One will say go north, one will say go south. Sankalpa, Vikalpa, that is one angle. You know, those of you who have read Shakespeare literature, I don't know, I'm sure a lot of us must have read, those tragic dramas always, that especially that character called Othello is always to do or not to do or not to do. The whole character, that plot is between this, is battling between this Sankalpa and Vikalpa. Very tragic stories, isn't it? That Shakespeare's, all those things. So this always, the mind battles between Sankalpa and Vikalpa. Always go to do or not to do or not to do. 1 step forward, 10 steps backward. 1 step forward, 10 steps backward. But Swami says, you put 1 step towards me, man, not anywhere else. You put 1 step towards me, I'll put 100 steps towards you to pull you forward. We don't need to do anything, just 1 step. I want to do something good today, man. All these years I've been lethargic. I've been like procrastinating. All these are enemies, right? This Bandasura is different forms of Bandasura. But Swami is telling you, get out of that slumber. Get out of that comfort zone. Don't be a couch potato. Get out of it. Take 1 step. I will put 100 steps. This mind also is extremely powerful. Let's say, I've told this example many times. I'm sitting in the bhajan. I'm singing bhajan with a lot of devotion. Ganapati Om Jaya Ganapati Om. I started following that bhajan. First 2 charanas I am fine. And suddenly the mind will tell me, hey man, you have been chanting this bhajans from your birth, childhood, like 30, 40, 50 years. You know this very well. Do one thing. Let me go out. The mind is telling me, I will go out. It will telling the lips, you know this bhajan, right? You keep lip syncing. I will go, let me do some errands and come back. So mind will go to some shop, right? It will go to Best Buy to look at the new iPhone 16 which is coming in the market, or iPhone 15 yet to come in the market, and what are the latest gadgets that have. The mind is interested. That is my Ruchi and Vasana. It will go there. Suddenly after 2-3 minutes, it will come back. I'll realize I'm sitting in the bhajan physically. I'll realize that my mind is wandering. I'll pull it back. And again it will go, it will pull it back. It has that strength of commanding our senses. Pancha Tanmatragas, Shabda, Sparsa, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. It will command our senses. It will not let us take a rest for a moment. It will not let us go travel inward. This mind, okay? The same mind, there are 2 very important aspects this mind has. Mind can do. It can travel at a lightning speed. At this very moment, our mind can travel to Puttaparthi if we are in elsewhere. It can travel to your hometown. If you are in the US, let's say like us, we are in the Eastern time zone in Washington DC area. My thought, we all can think and we can go to Puttaparthi, right? That is the power of the mind. It can take us anywhere. That is good. If it is taking to Swami, it's good. That is very good help of this Panchatanmatrakas, Shabda Sparsa Rupa Rasagandha. Mind is really taking the help of this Panchatanmatrakas, or Panchatanmatrakas are helping mind to take the mind to Puttaparthi, or take the mind to Tirupati, take the mind to holy places at the right time. Right? That is a good thing. That is one aspect. It can take us to other places also. So basically the aspect of the strength of mind, it can travel at lightning speed. Even light cannot travel at that speed. There is no comparison to the speed, the way the thought can go. The second very important thing we all have to note is mind has the ability to command our senses. It will try to master the mind. But Swami says you need to be the mastermind. I will tell you that it is Swami has actually made spirituality for dummies. It's so easy for all of us to understand. He has peeled the banana and put in our mouth, and sometimes we may have the trouble to chew the banana. Imagine the quintessence of all these Vedic teachings. He has just told, master the mind, mastermind. So just this mind has two important things. Mano rupekshu. This is very, very important. I hope you all are making notes of all the discussions that we are having. This mano rupekshu, this mind has two things I told, right? It can travel fast at any place, at any time. And it will command the senses. Like a classic example. Like you are sitting in the bhajan, it will go wander and come back. Again we'll realize we'll pull it back. Again it will go after, second bhajan, third bhajan, again it will go. Halfway through the bhajan, I'll pull it back. We'll realize it will come. What happens? This is a cycle. But if we make consciously effort, the moment it is slipping out, we are alert and we bring it back. The moment it is slipping, we are alert, we are bringing it back. That is a sadhana. That is a practice. That is the effort that we have to put from our end. Once we are putting that effort, mind will understand, man, this guy is a tough guy. This is a tough cookie. I cannot really fool around with this guy. Let me sit here, man, for bhajans 1 hour, right? After that, I can go out. It will think and it will stay. And the side effect of this is increased concentration, increased focus on Swami's feet, isn't it? For 1 hour, imagine we are sitting in bhajan and we are living in the moment. And that 1 hour, if we practice, it becomes 1 hour, 1.5 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. The whole side effect of doing all this is increased concentration. Even if we don't want, we will concentrate. That becomes our second nature. When this mano rupekshu kodanda, when mother is holding this sugar cane, when mother is holding this mind, and when this mind is being helped with the help of this panchatanmatrakas, which are in the form of flowers in the mother's hands, we are in safe hands. Next lines I will teach what happens if these flowers are not in mother's hand, this mind is not in mother's hand, what happens? That is very nice. In the next mantras it will show, and that's where mother is mano rupekshu kodanda. She is holding that, man, very tight. She is holding that sugar cane to give us the sweetness, to give us the strength when we face the challenges, to give us the sense of gratitude when we have sweetness, when we are tasting sweetness in our life through the form of our grace, through a nice home, nice family, nice salary, nice car, we are enjoying, right? That is the sweetness of the sugar cane. We are enjoying. Suddenly something is happening. Our stock, our all the investments are going down and we are losing. This is a challenge. Hold on to him. Suddenly there is some challenge at work. We are frustrated. Something happens to the car. Something happens to something in the basement. That HVAC system is gone. It's a big challenge. It's extreme winter and that is gone for a toss and you need to change it. It may cost 20-30 grand or whatever it is. I'm just throwing some numbers. So there are some challenges and still she is holding. If you want to change your HVAC system, you need to have some financial strength, muscle, which everybody may or may not have that strength to change that at the right moment, because it's winter, it's biting cold, it is negative temperatures and we can't stand. Forget winter, even summer heat, like past week, how it is extremely hot, right? Area at least past through 2-3 days, it is cooled down. It's nice to go for a walk in the evening, very pleasant. So what I'm trying to tell is this mind becomes extremely important. We need to make sure that our mind is always controlled by mother, controlled by Swami. And that sugarcane she is holding both at the times when we are enjoying the nectar, the times when we are facing the challenge. So in both the situations, she is holding, she is not letting go. We are there with her, she is with us, but that's where our level of devotion, our motivation, our gratitude to her should be extremely strong, anchored, not to wave a bit. We will be strong. This is what is telling Mano Rupekshu Kodanda Panchatanmatra Sayaka. With this Shabda Sparsa Rupa Rasagandha, if these 5 flowers which are there, if they are in mother's hands, we are safe, man. Jata Vedase Sunavama Soma Marati Yato Nidahati Vedaha Sanaf Parshadati Durga Nivishwa Naveva Sindhum Duritatyagni. In this Vishwam, Sindhu, ocean, Nava, boat, Naveva Sindhum Duritatyagni. She will take us to the other end of the bank. What is the other end of the bank? Mohakshaya, desirelessness. Mohakshaya is moksha. She is giving that, taking us through that journey. That's all, pretty much. Manorupekshu Kodanda Panchatanmatra Sayaka Nijaruna Prabhapura Majjat Brahmanda Mandala. What is Mandala? What is Mandala? Maya, what is the time like, please?
9:21, Sai Sravan.
Okay, I think I will wrap up. I have another program, I need to catch up with that. So, where did we stop? Manorupekshu Kodanda. Okay, the next Friday, we will try to complete the third one. And after that, next 3 or 4 Fridays, I'm out of pocket. I will not be able to take classes. I'll be traveling. So, I will put it in the WhatsApp, or Maya will put in the WhatsApp. But next Friday also, I will let you know. Mostly, I will try to have class, but it is, if with my travel, it is becoming a challenge. I may cancel next Friday, but 99% I'll try my best to have this class next Friday. But following 3 to 4 weeks, we will not have a Veda class. That is a nice opportunity for you to catch up with all these things and get up to speed, okay? Sai Ram, we will chant the closing prayers. Om Yadakshara Padabrastam Matra Hinam Tu Yad Bhavet Tatsarvam Kshamyatam Deva Narayana Namostute Visarga Bindu Matrani Padapadakshara Cha Nyunani Chatirikhtani Kshamasva Sai Ishvara Anyada Sharanam Nasti Tvameva Sharanam Mama Tasmat Karunya Bhavena Raksha Raksha Sai Ishvara Harihi Om Tatsat Sri Sai Ishvara Arpanamastu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Swasti Prajabhyah Paripalayantam Nyayena Margena Mahim Mahisha Go Brahmanebhyah Shubhamastu Nityam Samasta Lokaah Sukhino Bhavantu Samasta Lokaah Sukhino Bhavantu Samasta Lokaah Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sairam, everybody. Before we wrap up this class, I'm putting this audio files in the class audio files through that podcast channel. So please do access that class audio files. If you have any challenges, do let me know. Okay. Sairam.
Thank
you, Sai Sravan.
Sairam. 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 Sairam.